I always forget I got a microphone. um, let's see. So this is earlier than my normal time that I go live, but I'm not doing nothing. So I said, why not? Let's go live. And plus, I haven't really gone live this week, really. But I have a few things that I wanted to talk about. So why not talk about them now, right? Um, I want to talk about this Chris Brown and Michael Jackson debate, the complex 50 best rappers. Kim versus Nicki, there seems to be a debate of who's the queen of rap and who's not the queen of rap. Um, and then I found something funny about Kendrick, and then of course Drake is being his usual manipulative self. So let's talk about it. Um, but yeah, so Tank went viral the other day because he decided that he wanted to say Chris Brown is better than Michael Jackson. Now, I don't know what rock he been living under or if he's just trying to go viral and to make people upset, but that's what Tank is doing. Um, so like I said, R&B singer Tank, he did an interview with Stephen A. Smith, and the conversation was Chris Brown being better than Michael Jackson. Um, and let's watch the video so we can get exactly what he said. Let's see if I could share my screen.
Chris Brown is, in fact, better than Michael Jackson.
What?
So yeah, he's trying to just shake the table and get people pissed off at this point.
Do you understand what you're saying? Tank, do you understand what you're saying, my man? I mean, you admired, you revered, you're so.
Stephen A. Smith is so dramatic. Like I get it, but he's so dramatic.
Did it with music, my brother. Everybody loves and respects you.
If there was Magic Johnson, now there is LeBron James.
I hate that comparison because Chris Brown is not LeBron James. Like LeBron James is rewarded, he's accomplished. What has Chris Brown accomplished? So I don't get the comparison. I don't get the comparison.
That is the ultimate evolution of a man who can play all five positions. We talk about Chris Brown, we're talking about the evolution of Michael Jackson.
Chris Brown is the evolution of Michael Jackson, according to Tank.
Evolution of Usher, the evolution of me, the evolution.
First of all, Tank, you are not in the amazing singer, amazing songwriter, but you are not in the conversation, Tank, of Michael Jackson and Usher. So let's stop there. Let's put a pause right there. First of all,
of genuine. That is what this kid is.
Genuine either.
Oh, come on, Tank. Come on, man.
Here goes Stephen A. just being so damn extra. He can't help himself.
Come on, man. When I saw Chris Brown perform, he's the best in the world right now. The best in the world.
And that's not even true. He's not the best in the world. But continue.
One of one. I'm just challenging the next level. Like, I didn't know there was a next level after Michael Jackson.
So yeah, that's what Tank was talking about. That Chris Brown is better than Michael Jackson. Hey cousin, what's going on? Hey him, what's up? And Tank don't believe that. I don't know what Tank been smoking, but whatever it is, he need to put it down quickly. Put it down. Put it down. Cousin, I do not know. I don't know. Hey, what's going on? But yeah, so Tank is he's doubling down on his opinion as well. because he ended up posting this. So he says vocal ability MJ over I'm sorry, he said MJ, but CB is Chris Brown is over him. Writing ability, he picked Chris Brown. Producing ability, he picked Chris Brown. Dancing ability, he picked Chris Brown. And he says, I know you're going to say MJ's catalog is crazy. Songs are classic, etc. But that was because of a lot of great people involved who were some of the greatest at what they do. So Tank is giving all of Michael Jackson's accomplishments to everybody else because he said everybody else made Michael Jackson who he is, basically. CB orchestrates his own movement from studio to visuals to show. No handouts, no sponsors, and all while the world was against him. I'm ready to argue. Two laughing emojis. So he's doubling down on this stance that Chris Brown to him is a better than MJ. And I just want to know again, what dope is Tank currently smoking? There is absolutely no planet where Chris Brown would ever be better than Michael Jackson. Not singing, especially. To say Chris Brown is a better singer than Michael Jackson is actually very insulting. And I'm low key offended. Like, I'm low key offended that he would say that. Like Michael, because of his talent and his vocal ability, was made the lead singer of his the Jackson 5 as what, like a 5-year old. I remember the exact age that he was the lead singer, but he was a child and he was made the lead singer of all of his brothers who were all older than him. So I'm not understanding the vocal ability because Chris can't sing to the tune or the level of Michael Jackson. Not on Earth, not on Mars, not on Jupiter, not anywhere. Chris Brown is a good entertainer, but doesn't equal half of what MJ was. That's all I'm saying. I watched like 3 interviews with Chris. He has writers room for everyone, but his raps, even as recently the Quavo he would be. Exactly. Hey cousin, what's going on? Because there is no impact. There's no impact. Like Chris Brown, a great dancer. He's not a better singer than Michael Jackson. Chris Brown has not shown us anything vocally that is in comparison to a 6-year-old Michael Jackson. Like them backflips that he does and them pop locks and drop it's really got y'all head, a lot of people head messed up where they think this man can compare to Michael Jackson. Like, what are you on, Tank? And if we being truthful, if we're gonna compare anybody to Michael Jackson, the only person we're comparing to Michael Jackson is Usher. That's the only person we're comparing to Michael Jackson. If we had to compare somebody to Michael Jackson, it's not Christopher Brown. It's not. Michael's only son is Usher v. Raymond. That's it. Michael, you're talking about vocal abilities, Hank. Michael wasn't walking around with a pitch corrector mic. That's all Chris Brown uses, a pitch correcting mic. So what do you mean vocal ability? Michael also didn't make the same 3 songs over and over and over. That's what Chris Brown does. He repeatedly recycles the same 3 songs and he reproduces it and keeps giving it to his fans. And when I think about it, what classic album does Chris Brown have? Disagree. He's not even second. He's not even fourth. So no, if I was to give him a position, it would probably be third. But he's not even second. He's so full of it. Like, if you want the Chris Brown feature, just say that, Take. You don't gotta get on the internet lying. Just say that. Yes, a very beautiful gowns. It's my ex Monie Love, I think. If not, look at my description. It should be in my description. I think it's ex Monie Love though. Facts Usher is a superstar. Like let's wake it up. To be honest, I don't even know what the hell Tank is talking about. Because if we want to be honest, the reason Chris Brown doesn't have these options of working with all of these other people is because of his own personal actions. People don't want to work with him. People don't want to be bothered with him because of his antics. But like I was saying, like, can anyone name me one classic album from Chris Brown discography? Like, when you think of Chris Brown, what is one album that you automatically think of? Like, okay, that's his Thriller. That's Chris Brown's Confessions. That's Chris Brown's self-titled, like Beyonce has. Like, when I think about it, I don't think Chris has one. I don't think Chris Brown has one classic album under his belt. I think he has good songs. I think he might have good albums, but he doesn't have a classic album where people will look at it and says, "Oh, this album will go down in history." Cousin, I don't think he has one. Like, I can't, like, if I think of Chris Brown's albums, um the only album I could think of is his first album when he first came out. And but I don't even remember what the title was. Was it called Chris Brown? Because I know people usually first album is named after themselves, but I can't even remember the title of that album. And I think he had an album called Fame, but I don't even remember the songs on those albums. Hey cousin, you be safe driving. Right. Like, I know he has a good song that he has is Deuces, Run It, which was off his first album when he first got introduced. I like that song. I was young. Um there's a few songs on that album that were good album, but they're not classic staple songs where people go back and be like, "Oh, yeah, I remember when Chris Brown did this. I remember where I was when Chris Brown did that." Michael has Thriller, Michael has Bad, Michael has Billie Jean, Beyonce has Single Ladies, Beyonce has Crazy in Love. Usher has You Don't Have to Call, Usher has Let It Burn, Usher has Confessions. Like, those are staple shift changing songs and albums that altered the way music is viewed. Chris Brown does not have that. So how do you compare him and say he's better than Michael Jackson? And he doesn't have any of that under his belt. I don't get it. We have to stop disrespecting Michael Jackson. And Tank of all people is being very disrespectful. The best song I like from him is Fine China, and that was an NJ tribute down to the so it's not even him being himself, it's him paying tribute to Michael Jackson. People roll his music. Chris Brown way better. I guess if you wanna believe that. Mixtape Breezy saved his career. These people are delusional. They're delusional. Hey, cousin, what's going on? How many people even put? Oh, there's some people who put it on repeat. There's some people he has a core fan base that he's been able to survive on because, to be honest, he hasn't crossed over. He hasn't transitioned to other demographics. His core fan base is the urban fan base. And women love him. Black women, they love him. They're going to support him no matter what, bro. That's his core demographic, and they're gonna support him no matter what. He gonna keep making them 3 songs, and they're gonna keep showing up for him. But he hasn't crossed over. He hasn't transitioned to different audiences and different demographics. Sing better than who? Let me hear him sing without that pitch correcting, Mike. Can he do that? Doubt it. Like, there's absolutely nothing Chris Brown has that can go neck and neck with Michael Jackson. Like, what are we comparing? Thriller to Wall to Wall? And I'm just gonna chalk it up because ain't Tank deaf in one of his ears. So I'm just gonna chalk it up to that and him probably just wanting a feature at this point. And in all of this whole conversation, please don't take this as me trying to down Chris Brown because he's good for what it is that he gives. Not my cup of tea. I don't listen to it. I don't pay for it. I don't buy it. People love it, but he's no Michael Jackson, and he will never be a Michael Jackson. Like, the disrespect has to stop. It has to stop, and it has to stop today. And what I respect about Chris Brown is even he knows he's not better than Michael Jackson. Even he is not delusional. Might be on a little bit of drugs, but he's not delusional.
Comes to entertainment, like Jesus to me, so I feel like I could never be in his shoes. I can only like be inspired by him. I don't want to imitate him because his magic is his magic. So me being able to even have
So that I can respect that from Chris Brown because he knows he's the student, Michael Jackson is the teacher. It's unfortunate he had a situation that kind of halted him from being able to transition and trans over and cross over to be this mega star, right? He had the situation with Rihanna. He was on his way to probably becoming the closest thing to Michael Jackson, with the big endorsement deals, what was it, double mint, was it double mint gum, and all those type of things. All of those things was taken from him because of his actions with Rihanna. So he could have potentially been the next Michael Jackson. However, he never got to be able to see that because of his personal life. And I respect the fact that he knows he's not better than Michael Jackson. But Tank, if you want a feature, bro, just say that. You don't got to get on the internet lying and pissing people off. You don't got to do that. Just ask the man for the feature, Tank. Just ask the man for the feature. Okay? He can't. If you ever pull up like a TikTok or something from his concert, the microphone that he uses is a pitch correcting microphone because he can't sing without it. He's not a singer. I think I remember that song. Exactly. Mike had people passing out. Male, female, it did not matter. He had people passing out just from him being there, just existing. Like, he could literally just stand there and people were fainting and falling out. Like, that's crazy. I don't know about any woman falling over about anybody singing about sex. I don't know about that. Cuz I ain't never did that. So, I don't know. I don't know cousin about that one. Ain't got to put his leg down. For real. Off the Wall was better than Thriller. Yeah, people say that. People say that. Yep. People say that all the time. If not, what you gonna do about it? Like, what are you gonna do? Ain't nobody disrespecting him. I'm just saying he's not better than him. You're not gonna change my opinion. Exactly, cousin. Like people think because your opinion is different, you're disrespecting. No, I haven't said anything disrespectful about Chris Brown yet. I can, but I haven't. To be honest, I wouldn't even know because I don't listen. I don't go like when it's a new CB album about to drop or something. I don't go listen to it. Like if I hear it, it's probably like on a TikTok or probably if I'm listening to the radio. But I don't even listen to the radio um anymore like that. So I don't think everything Tank said was crazy. Which part did you agree with, cousin? Let us know. We like difference of opinions. Let us know, cousin. I think Tank looking for more than all right. You gotta go change mine either. I don't know what you mean by that. You gotta change mine either. I don't know what that means. Right. I'm not here. We're just here to have a conversation. Yeah, the heartbreak kid, I don't know you and I don't care to change your opinion. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to have a conversation. Um, yeah, I'm not here to change your mind. That's not my goal. But yeah, so that was the Chris Brown, um, Michael Jackson debacle. I'll say it again. Chris Brown is not better than Michael Jackson. um, Chris Brown isn't even number two to Michael Jackson. If we had to pick any of Michael Jackson's actual children, it would be Beyonce and Usher. Those are his only two children. Um, but Tank is deaf, so he might just be delusional. I don't know. Um, but next we got Complex dropped their top 50 rappers list of eight from ATL from Atlanta. And the list kind of ruffled some feathers. Of course, what's not gonna ruffle feathers? I don't know. Cousin, you're delusional. If you think Usher can't dance like Chris Brown or better than Chris Brown, you haven't been watching Usher. I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, so let's get into this top 50 rappers list. So let me know if y'all agree with the list or not. Who should be on the list, who's probably not on the list, or who should change, whatever. But they got the 50 best rappers from Atlanta all time. All time. That's kind of crazy. All time. But we got number 50 is a Little Nas X. Um, how y'all feel about Lil Nas being on the list at all? I don't know. Um, I mean, and to be honest, whether you like Lil Nas X, I don't listen to his music like that. Like if I hear it, like I said again on the radio or something, which I'm very rarely listening to the radio, I'll listen to it. But whether you like him or not, I low key respect him on this list. Like he single-handedly reopened the door for black artists to take back country music when he dropped Old Town Road. Now they gave him a hard time and didn't want to respect him as a country artist, which I low-key can respect because, like I said in a previous video, hip-hop is the only genre where they let anybody come in and just do whatever it is with it. But in these other genres, they don't play that. Like you're not just gonna make a song and we're just gonna be accepting of the song. But Old Town Road was a country song, and he low key reopened that door for black artists to reclaim country music because it was ours at first. So I low key respect him being on this list. People have their gripe with Little Nas X because he's over the top, he's gay. We know people are homophobic, but he's contributed to music, whether you want to admit it or not. So I do respect them putting him on this list because he's done decent in his short amount of time of being an artist. He's had 3 Billboard #1 hit songs, the longest running #1 song in history, and 2 platinum projects. You can't be mad at it. I'm sorry. You can't be mad at it. Um, yeah, cousin, he rap. Uh, no, he does both, but he started off rapping. Old Town Road is a rapping song. So I respect it. I respect it. Who else? So they got Pee Wee Longway. I'm not too familiar with him. I live in Atlanta now, but I'm originally from Jersey. So some of these people I don't really know. But they got this guy. I'm not gonna go through the whole list. I'm just gonna go through the list of people that I know. Number 46, they got Rich the Kid. Um, I still don't know how Rich the Kid got Kendrick on a feature on that new Freezer remix. Well, I do. They were in the same studio, and he and Kendrick just got on the song. But that collaboration is something I never expected. But they got him as number 46. And they say he has 1 Billboard #1 hit, 7 songs on Billboard Hot 100, 2 top 5 albums on the Billboard 200 charts. And they said why he belongs on the list is because he's one of Atlanta's sneaky great hit makers. I remember, is it him? I think they used to call him like the 4th member of the Migos. I'm not 100% sure if it's him though. Young Thug actually the pioneer. Gotta go listen to Beautiful Thug Girls album. Complex ran by culture versus their opinions of void. Most of you on the list not from Atlanta. The True Lil Nas made a big right, exactly. So that's why I said like I respect it. Not everybody's probably gonna like it, but I respect it. I can't be mad at it. And then K Camp, and then number 44, they got Little Scrappy. Now I'm low key surprised he's this high up on the list. I don't know why I felt like he would be lower in the list. I felt like he would be like at least in the 30s because if I remember correctly, Scrappy was popping when I was in like high school, um, going into college maybe. So I'm kind of shocked that he's like 44 out of 50. Um So he's number 44. B.O.B. And then they got 41. They got Rocco Dash. Um, Number 40, they got Sean Paul. Um, One of my favorite songs as a kid was Damn and Snap Your Fingers. Mind you, I lived all the way in New Jersey, but you couldn't tell me I wasn't from Georgia. Like I would break my damn ankle trying to do the East Side Stomp. Like I love the Young Bloods. He got one of the best verses on Damn. So that's cool. He's on the list, number 40. Seemed I love your channel. Hope and wish nothing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey, what's going on? What's up? And so we got Sean Paul. I don't know who this is. Are y'all familiar with Cool Breeze? I'm not sure who that is. Young Nudie up there. Rich Homie Quan. They got Rich Homie Quan as number 7. Was it Lifestyle, his song? That was a banger. So I respect it. Him and Thug made some good songs together. Unfortunate their situation turned into what their situation is. Um, but they got Rich Homie Quan, and then they got Fabo. Now I feel like Fabo is like an unsung legend to me. Like, let me hear Geeked Up with him and Young Jeezy, and it might be over. Like, it really might be over. It might be over for me. Like, I love that song. Love that song. To this day, I scream Barbara because of him, because when he was singing it at the end of the song. And then Laffy Taffy, of course, went off when I was in high school. D4L is like mad legendary. D4L, classic group. And then they got Diamond as number 35, which is low key kind of crazy because, like I said, they had Scrappy at 44, and I think wasn't Scrappy the one who founded what a Crime Mob. Oh my god, I couldn't figure out what their name was. Crime Mob. But I get it, Miss 32 Flavors. And then to be honest, I like her Rock Your Hips verse better than her Knuck If You Buck verse. And I low-key hate how they be doing Princess. Like, she always getting left off it. Like, she be getting left off Bad and Bougie, and I don't get it. They always leaving her out. Yes. I love Diamond's verse on the My Chick Bad Ludacris remix. She had a very good opening verse for that song. But they need to stop playing with Princess and give Princess more love. Like, they always rate Diamond, but they always just leave Princess out in the back like she wasn't a part of the group. That's another group, cousin. Diamond was a part of Crime Mob, right? Yeah, I think Diamond was a part of Crime Mob, not Phil Mob. Phil Mob was the two guys who got that so sick of being lonely every night, my mom. I think that's Phil Mob. I think that's their song. Laffy Taffy wanted to make me want him to hurt somebody. Okay, cousin, we can't be hurting nobody now. We can't be hurting nobody. Who they got? Bankroll Fresh. I'm not too familiar with Bankroll Fresh. Childish Gambino. I don't really know much of Childish Gambino songs besides This Is America, which was like a culture shifting, shocking song video, which was originally supposed to be a Drake diss, but he said it ended up being too powerful to be focused on Drake. So I never really got into him, but I can recognize when someone is talented, just not my cup of tea. And plus I love his show, Atlanta. Like, that's a great show. Next, who we got? Okay, so they got Left Eye as number 31. Mind you, Left Eye not even from Atlanta, Georgia, but I know she moved there. Yeah, ain't she from Philly? But yeah, Left Eye, like, it goes without saying. I get why they put her on the list. Uh, Legendary female rapper. Pastor Troy, Young Dro. I'm Dro. I'm cleaning this bitch. Now I'm finna get the lean. And then they got Big Soldier as number 28. Now, hear me out, y'all. Now, I know Big Soldier. He be doing on his social media antics and acting a fool. But we got to give respect where respect is due. Soldier Boy is definitely an innovator. Like, I know we laugh about him saying he's the first to do this, he's the first to do that. But low key, Soldier Boy was the first to do a lot of things. He was. He owned MySpace, owned it. This man is literally responsible for the ringtone in the social media age. Like, I don't know if he does, but Soulja Boy should have some type of stake in YouTube because he was one of the first people to put his music video on YouTube, and the platform helped contribute to the platform taking off. Like, he should have some type of vesting share stake in YouTube, because without him, like, of course they probably would still be YouTube, but he helped assist them to grow and be the platform that it is today. Literally invented making viral dances to go along with your song. Crank that, hit dance. Dunk, hit song, hit dance. Literally so influential. And like I said, all his social media antics, and he be acting a fool, but people gotta put respect on Big Soulja name. You gotta. So right, exactly. He definitely deserves first rapper. Don't play with Big Soulja. He be wilding out, but don't play with him. JID, I'm just getting into him. He reminds me a lot of Kendrick. Um, but and I loved his verse on, what is it, Fuel? With Eminem off of his new album. Amazing verse. I feel like he was the standout on Eminem's latest project. But he's number 27 on the list. MC Shy D. And I think this kind of ruffled a few feathers. They got Lotto as number 25 out of 50. What y'all feeling about that? He is. How y'all feel about Lotto being number 25? Let's see. But they said why she belongs on this list is that she achieved mainstream success on a grand scale at age 25, while also being one of rap's coldest MCs. Commercial success, 8 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, including one number 1 hit, 2 albums on the Billboard chart. And I think her most recent album is going to end up anywhere between number 10 and number 20, they're saying, with a little under 30K in the first week. So Lotto ain't better than Diamond. Disrespectful. Yeah, that's what they got. I'm so tired of people comparing that crackhead to the cousin must be a little behind, but Lotto ain't even from Atlanta. She's from Clayton County, right? But she be repping Atlanta. You can't tell her she not from Atlanta. If we talking rapping as far as skill wise, JID is better than a lot of people on that list. From what I've heard so far from JID, like I said, I haven't heard a lot, but he's very good. I like him. Heartbreak Kid, they saying she from Atlanta. Even though I think she's from Clayton County. But yeah, they saying she from Atlanta. He reminds me of Kendrick. Yeah. Yeah. Especially how he can like manipulate his voice and stuff. Yeah. Cousin, they got her as number 25 out of 50. Cousin, you better not still be driving. Wayne Lauren actually thought DLC needs to be on here. Cousin, Wayne from New Orleans and Lauren Hill's from Jersey, so that's why they not on the list. Right. Exactly. It should be Georgia. Who's from Ohio? Lotto from Ohio? I thought she I know I always see her say Clayco. Yeah, this is strictly Atlanta, cousin. So let's see. It's all good, cousin. But yeah, but the list that you did, the people that you did mention, they should be on like a top 50 all-time rappers list. So I agree with you. So next we got they got Little Yachty at number 24, y'all. Yachty at number 24. This man is terrible. I don't get the hype. I guess it's because I'm too older. I don't know. And some kids, they like him and they mess with him. But the music that I've ever heard from this guy, terrible. Terrible. Like, is this list about popularity at this point? Because it can't be about skill. Because little Yachty does not rap better than Lil Scrappy. I'll just say Lil Scrappy, who was number 44. He don't. Like, what is we on? So compromised. Boo boo. Had to. Number 23, they got Waka. Waka has been disappointing me lately. Him and his mother, they've been representing Trump. Real weird. I don't know what they're on. 22, they got Shorty Low. Number 20, they got Gunna. This list low key is screaming like recency bias. In my opinion, it's screaming recency bias. Like, that's what I'm getting from this list right now. Just recency bias. Definitely rest in peace, Shorty Low. Yep, they did. They did. I did. Angela Michael made it. Right. And trust me, I know as someone whose allergies be out of this world, he need a good a leave or something. So they got Gunna as number 20. They got Takeoff as number 19. In my opinion, Takeoff is the better lyrical Migo. Out of Offset, Quavo, and Takeoff is the better lyricist, in my opinion. I don't know if they know where these people from at this point. Because there's a whole lot of people on this list that ain't even from Atlanta. Like I said earlier, they had Left Eye at number 31, and originally Left Eye is from Philadelphia. So I don't know. They got Takeoff as number 19. They got Lil Jon as number 18. They got Jermaine Dupri on here. To be honest, okay, I get it. I was about to say he should probably be in the top 10, but I get it. He wasn't predominantly a rapper. He was more so like a producer. But anything related to Georgia, Atlanta, Jermaine Dupri should automatically be in the top 10, in my opinion. But I get it. This is strictly for rapping, I guess. Oh, they got him. His important songs are Money Ain't a Thing with Jay-Z, Turn It Out featuring Nas, and then Welcome to Atlanta with Ludacris. I respect it. I love his verse on Lovers and Friends. I've been knowing you for a long time, shawty. Who they got next? So then they got CeeLo Green at 16. They got Quavo at 15. And like I said, I think Takeoff is the better rapper out of him, out of Quavo and Offset. I would go Takeoff, Offset, Quavo. If I was to rank the Migos, it would be Takeoff, Offset, and then Quavo. So they got Takeoff number 19, Quavo number 15. Do they got Offset on this list? Cousin, yes, he's in the top 15. I can't wait. Cousin, they got him as number 15 out of 50. What's up, cuz? What's up? All right, let's see. They got Killer Mike as number 14. He's very lyrical. He just won his first Grammy, I think, the last award. I'm not really a big fan of him. I don't really listen to his music. And then they got Offset at number 13. What? So they got Offset, Quavo, then Takeoff. Who wrote this list? Who wrote this list? Because ain't no way. And first of all, why are y'all breaking the group up anyway? They are a conglomerate. They are together. But okay, I get it. They did have solo careers. But still, they are together. We predominantly know their best work as them being together. Why are y'all breaking them up? They should have just been number 13 altogether as a group. And if you were gonna put it, it should have been Takeoff number 13, Offset number what, 15? Yeah, and then Quavo number 19. This is just nothing but popularity. Who's the most popular? Because ain't no way Takeoff is better than both of them. By far. By far. Yes, y'all. Heartbreak Kid, they got him at number 13. Number 13. When it got something to do with groups, don't break them up, bro. Playboy Cardi, number 12. Number 12. What are they over there doing, y'all? Granted, I don't know. I don't know that many Playboy Cardi songs. So I ain't gonna say he sucks. But I literally just saw a video on Twitter of B Dot, the journalist B Dot, who said Playboy Cardi couldn't rap a gift. That's how bad he sucks at rapping. B Dot said he couldn't rap a gift. What are we doing? Playboy Cardi is number 12 out of 50. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Someone said why he wasn't on the list. They said he ran to Atlanta, so why isn't he on the list? I don't know. Now I don't see him up there. Cause that's what I just said. It gotta be popularity. Because out of all the greatest artists, rappers that's come out of Atlanta, because this is what it's based on, Atlanta rappers, Playboy Cardi, you're telling me is number 12? The list is compromised, cousin. Hey, cousin, you gotta put us on then. You gotta put us on because I'm confused. I am confused. Because I've never heard a significant Playboy Cardi song. I don't, am I just living under a rock or something? Maybe they are going by ticket sales, charts, and streams. Gotta be. 21 Savage is number 11. 21, 21, 21. 21 Savage is number 11, y'all. How y'all feel about that? They got him why they belong on the list. Somehow transition from making murder music to being one of the biggest rappers in hip hop. That's why he belongs. because he went from making murder music, what? Commercial success, 103 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, including 2 number 1 hits, 7 albums on the Billboard 200 chart, including 6 top 10s and 4 number 1s. Important songs: No Heart, A Lot featuring J. Cole, Rich Flex with Drake. 21 top 10. He British, don't count. Did he? But then be fair, cousin. Be fair. Didn't he move to Georgia, Atlanta when he was like a teen or something? And he went to school out there. Afro Butterfly. He couldn't make it obvious. Yeah, they got 21. 21 up there. Number 10 is Little Baby. They got Little Baby as top 10. I could respect it. I could respect it. Not my necessary cup of tea, but I respect it. Had a run in 2019 through 20 where he could make a legit claim to be the hottest rapper in the world. COVID might have been COVID might have been his best year in rapping. A lot of people benefited off COVID when it came to music, and Little Baby is one of those people. I can respect it. These people having all these songs are shocking. Like, I did not know 21 Savage had 100 plus songs. Lil Baby got 141 songs, including 13 top 10s, 7 albums on a Billboard 200, including 6 top 10s and 3 number 1s. Facts. You so silly. Hell no, he's better than Takeoff. Takeoff probably wrote for him. Who's that? Who's that, cousin? Who you talking about? 21 from Still remember when Lil Baby killed Drake on his own song. And they wanted to start a song with this list for sure. Oh, they started something. Number 9, 2 Chains. How I feel like I can respect it. I can respect it. I guess I can respect it. Why they belong on the list? One of the most prominent and lyrical gifted rappers of the 2010s. Remember 2 Chainz used to go by Titty Boy? It says he got 40 songs on the Billboard Hot 100, including 2 top 10s, 10 albums on the Billboard 200, including 5 top 10s, and 1 number 1. Who's his number 1? Duffel Bag Boy, part of the Player Circle. That was with Lil Wayne, right? Um, I'm different. Yeah, I remember that. And No Lie with Drake. 2 Chainz said you good, but he lied. I meant say not better than take off to Little Baby. Yes to 2 Chainz, at least. I love his show with his son, Halo. That's such a good show. I love seeing older rappers transition into being like dedicated fathers and grandfathers. Love it. My favorite type of content. That's the first time I heard that. I just has to be number 1. I will not accept that. All right, so we got 2 Chainz as number 9. And then we got Big Boy as number 8. Like I said with Migos, stop separating groups. Stop separating groups, especially when their most prominent work is together. Stop. I am so tired of the Big Boy eraser. The Big Boy erasing has to be stopped. Big Boy, if you're gonna put Big Boy in a list, he should be top 5, especially when we're talking about Atlanta, Georgia. I get it. Okay, number 8, cool, top 10. But if you put Big Boy in the top 5, or stop separating outcasts, they should be together. The Big Boy disrespect gotta stop. I get it, but no, cousin. I ain't rocking with it. I ain't rocking with it, cousin. If Dre ain't number 1, I could accept it. Dre, who's Dre? Oh, Andre. I'm like, who's Dre? Andre. Facts. Take off. Or Kendrick probably work for half of these people on this list. But I don't think Atlanta. Killer Mike share the same sense about separating outcasts when they put them on the list. See, me and Killer Mike on the same page then. Like, stop disrespecting Big Boy. Number 7 is Ludacris. I can respect that. And one thing I love about Ludacris, he had like antics. Ludacris music reminds me of how Busta Rhymes used to be when the videos were like over the top, very dramatic. Have you like, what the hell is going on? Missy Elliott did that. Ludacris adopted that too, and I love that about him. But he freaking raps. Ludacris raps. Like, I don't know if Ludacris ever had a bad verse, like ever. And I love when he got on Nas's Made You Look, fire verse. Like an Atlanta artist coming and getting on a song with Nas and Jadakiss, 2 New York rappers, fire verse. So I respect him in the top 10. Number 7, I'm cool with that. Like, I don't think I've ever heard a bad verse from Luda. Number 6, they got Young Thug. I can respect it. He's an innovator. Very much carried Atlanta and Georgia on their back. I don't listen to him like that. But a few songs of his I like. Can I be honest with y'all? His song Ice Melts with Drake is fire. I can't even lie. Y'all know I be on Drake head, but I can't even lie. That's a bop. Love that song. But yeah, I respect it. I'm surprised he wasn't in top 5 at least. Who's that? Who we talking? You talking about like Young Thug cousin? Yeah. I don't think Thug is a better rapper than Ludacris. But this is where I think recency bias comes in and people start to forget the stuff that other people have done. But yeah, I don't think Thug is a better rapper than Ludacris. But it makes sense that he would be top 10. I'm not saying no, he's not Atlanta or not good, but the above, yeah. I love Thug, but it's blasphemy to be above Luda. Right. How people talk about Kendrick's voice is how I feel about Young Thug. Really? But yeah, they got Thug as number 6. One of the biggest and most unique hip hop figures to ever come out of the city. See, it got to do with popularity, majority. It has to be. Hugely influential to rap and pop music. 93 songs on the Billboard 100, including 3 number 1s, 12 albums, including 8 top 10s and 3 number 1s. Important songs: Danny Glover, Givenchy, oh my God, and Lifestyle, which is featuring um what's his face? What the hell is his damn name? I'm fucking losing it. Rich Homie Quan. They made good music together. What number would y'all put him? What number would y'all put him, cousins? Damn. Number 46, cousin. Number 46 is crazy. I could see if you said top 25. 46 is crazy. Facts. Had to be. Or a bunch of white people. um, then we got Jeezy at number 5. They got Jeezy, young Jeezy at number 5. Helped define modern trap music. Facts. Had one of the greatest individual rap year of all time in 2005. Facts. 25 songs on Billboard Hot 100, including 3 top 10s and 1 number 1, 14 albums, including 11 top 10s and 3 number 1. Trap or Die with Bun B, Put On, Kanye West, Seen It All with Jay-Z. To be honest, I don't even think those are his best songs. Cousin, they should have had us in the room. They should have had us in the room for real. Because they would, at this point, they were just throwing shit at the wall. Yes, sir. The Snowman. The Rich Gang Gang is a classic, though. Definitely. They got Gucci at number 4. I get it, top 10, but I don't think Gucci was a better rapper than Jeezy. Is Gucci a better rapper than Jeezy? I know they had they shit going on with each other, and real shit occurred and people died. But shout out my nigga Gucci. Shout out my nigga Gucci though. Oh my god. Gucci deserved his flowers, but top 5 facts over Luda, over Big Boy, over Jeezy. Right, that's what I mean when I'm like, that wasn't even those songs that they had listed wasn't even his best song. So I think Soul Survivor is like a top 5 song. That's with Akon, right? Yes, cousin. I 100% agree. 100%, especially had the better commercial success than Gucci. Gucci number 4, y'all. Gucci's number 4. And they got 36 Hot 100 billboards, including one that went number 1, 29 projects on Billboard, including 7 top 10s. Important song: Lemonade, Swing My Door, First Day Out. Okay. I don't know. I know a couple, but he's not better than freaking Young Jeezy. He's not better rapper than Ludacris. This is blasphemy. He's definitely not a better rapper than Big Boy, who's number 8. They wilding with this list. They're for sure wilding with this list. Number 3, they got TIP coming live through the VIP. Help put trap music on the charts. At this point, is it safe to say Ti invented trap music, or he was at least number 1 in spearheading it? While being one of the best lyrical rappers to ever come from the A, y'all. When I was 13, I would dance in a talent show, and we danced to "Bring It Out" by Ti. We won second place. Um, yeah, not a show, but shorty. That's my favorite thing to say to people. Neither Jeezy nor Gucci are better rappers than Little Bit Boy. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. If I had some rubber bands right now, they Lotto just put out a song remixing 24s. And then I seen someone tweet some oh Lotto stole Drake's flow. First of all, first of all, I wanted to mush the shit out of whoever said that. Don't ever fucking say that ever again. My light is so bright. Hold on. Is this better? But yeah, I wanted to come through the phone and mush the shit out of whoever said that. Some Lotto stole Drake's flow. First of all, that's 24s by fucking Ti. Don't be disrespectful. Yeah, I can agree with that. I listen to that. Cousin, I don't know about that. 10, 15, 10 through 15, I think that's disrespectful to Ti. Number 2, I can't believe Pastor Troy isn't on the list. He actually is on the list. Hold on. I think he is on the list. Yeah, Pastor Troy is. Oh, hold on. I'm not even sharing the screen. Yeah, he's number 30, cousin. They got him up there at number 30 for Pastor Troy. How can anyone steal Drake flow when Drake doesn't even have? Tell me about it. These OV hoes are delusional, real delusional. They chose a sad. Hold on. Let's get back to the bottom. They is playing real bad. Let's see this picture. Look at his little chignon. Yeah, they got him real low, number 30. So okay, top 2. Let's see who they got. Top 2. She got a good look. That's what's helping. She got a good look. And I won't deny she's one of the girls who can actually rap. So I respect it. Top 25 on this list though, kind of crazy. I would have personally put her between 40 and 50 because she's so new. Like I get it, she's been rapping since she's a child, but her success hasn't been until recently. She shouldn't have been 25. That's kind of crazy. I would have put her between 40 and 50, but whatever. And then okay, so let's go. Number 2 is Captain of Atlanta. Captain Atlanta. He got Future as number 2. How y'all feel about that? Yeah, especially with all his commercial success. Future should have been one. We all know who number one is. Let me guess, you thought it was Future? I don't mind Future being in the top 10. He's a great producer and very influential. But as a rapper, Lotto doesn't have a real identity of her own. Sometimes she gives Nicki, sometimes she gives Ice Spice, but she looks white, so it comes off as cousin. I can't agree with that. I cannot agree with that. Nothing, nothing about Lotto gives me Iggy Azalea. And to be honest, a Lotto doesn't look white to me. Lotto looks like a mixed white chick, a mixed black girl, light skin girl. Um, so I don't. When I look at her, I don't get white. I also don't get Ice Spice. There's no comparison. Ice Spice couldn't rap with Lotto on her best day. Um, is there some Nicki influences? Probably so, because she did grow up being a fan of Nicki. So I get it. Um, but when I look at her and listen to her songs, I don't get Nicki. Um, I get a mashup of just female rappers in general and how they usually talk. Um, Ice Spice can't rap with Lotto on her best day. Ice Spice can't rap with anybody on anyone's best day. So I don't get that. And I also, when I look at her, I don't see a white woman. I just see a mixed light skinned girl. Um, but yeah. And to be honest, I'm not even like a huge fan of her. Like if her songs come on, I'll listen to it, but it's not none I'm going to just put on. Um, his relevance, yes. Yeah, I don't look at Future as this big rapper with like this phenomenal pen or anything. I just think he's just very relevant because he had and has a certain type of style and he's put a lot of people on. Um but he's one of the most popular. Like I said earlier, I think this has a lot to do with popularity and recency bias with this list, but I can respect it that he's number 2. He's Captain Atlanta. So I get it, I guess. Uh which is crazy. Which is crazy because Future raps a lot about using drugs, but if you look at Future, you can tell Future doesn't use drugs. You can tell he doesn't use drugs, but he raps about it a lot. Like I had someone come say the other day, him and Wayne, I'm not sure if they're around the same age, but they both rap about drugs. But you can tell Wayne uses drugs, and you can tell Future doesn't use those drugs, but he raps about it. Uh, yeah, that's 100%. Being a female rapper, you got to do 20 times. You got to, of course, you got to have to be honest, you don't even gotta have fucking bars these days because Ice Spice exists. um, but you have to have a look. Um, you have to have a good following where people are just gonna follow you because they like the way you look. Um, and being a biracial mixed girl helps 1000%, 100%. You got to be able to dance. They want these rappers to dance. They want them to have 8 counts. Like it's crazy the amount of stuff female rappers got to do in comparisons to the men. Kendrick and Offset are the only rappers that I can think of off the top of my head who includes dancing into their routines. But the majority of male rappers, they just stand around. They just stand around and pace back and forth, like no effort. Um, and then so we got number 1. We got Mr. Three Stacks himself. Why They Belong, one half of the greatest rap duo all time. So if you know Complex, if you know he's one half of the greatest rap duo of all time, why the fuck are you separating them? Why is Big Boy number 8 and Andre's number 1? We gotta stop this big boy hate. We gotta stop this big boy eraser. I'm tired of it. I'm putting my foot down. I'm tired of it. Outkast should be number one. What are we doing? What are we doing? One half of the greatest rap duo of all time will go down in history as the greatest rapper to never drop a solo rap album. This is crazy. Not crazy that he's number one, but what are we doing? Why is he? Why is Big Boy number 8? I don't care. I'm gonna keep harping on this. Stop disrespecting Big Boy. If Andre is number one, rightfully so, Big Boy needs to be standing right next to him. Change the style cast. Over 20 million records sold as part of Outkast. So all of his accolades are because of Outkast. So how can you separate them? Including 5 top 5 albums and one number one Billboard, 19 songs on the Billboard 100 with Outkast, including 4 top 10 and 3 number ones, 7 songs on Billboard as a solo artist. So he has 7 songs as a solo artist, but the rest of his accolades are as a duo. Stop disrespect. Complex, if you're watching this, stop fucking disrespecting Big Boy. What's up, cousin? But I'm not mad at Andre being number one. Love 3 Stacks. Like, we gotta stop. Stop disrespecting him. Stop disrespecting Big Boy. But okay, y'all, that was the list of the top 50 greatest rappers of all time from Atlanta by Complex. Some of these up here I feel are BS and out of place. Some of these people should not have been on this list. If I was to remove I can respect number 1, I can respect number 2, number 1 Andre, which should have been Outkast. Number 2 Future, I can respect. Number 3 T.I., I can respect. I honestly feel like Ludacris should have been in the top 5. Takeoff should have been higher than Quavo and Offset. Yeah. Whatever. Right. 3K and TS spots are the only 2 spots they got right. Yeah. Where would you have put Future? I would have took Young Thug out of what was he? Top 6? I would have took Young Thug out of top 6. I would have probably made him number 10. Oh, you would? I can probably see why you're saying that because T.I. has a bunch more solo work. So I can see that. Hey, cousin Angela, thank you for the Cash App. Appreciate it. So next up, since we're on to rapping, I wanted to talk about this current debate. If we're talking about lists and stuff, let's get into this current debate of
Big Mama.
You. I'm not even gonna lie, I really have to say you. Like,
No, I'm not
even.
So Mulatto went viral the other day when she was discussing her female rap GOAT. She stated she is her own GOAT, but if she had to pick, she would choose Little Kim as the overall female rap GOAT. And of course, in true Barb fashion, the weirdos took offense because she did not mention Nicki Minaj. Um, yeah, she didn't pick Nicki Minaj. She picked Kim, and this is the video.
Being biased because like I was like,
gonna give a real answer.
I listen to you the most. Like you
Yeah.
be on my top.
That's her sister, Brooklyn.
I mean, I am the GOAT though.
So she picked herself as her GOAT, which is okay, whatever.
I'm my GOAT, and that's all that matters. But like the GOAT is Lil Kim for sure. Like fashion icon, timeless music, timeless look.
So she picked Little Kim. And like I said, of course, people got mad. And I just want to know, like, are y'all slow? Like the people who got upset. Like, are y'all slow? Like, what's the problem with her saying that Little Kim is the GOAT of female rap? Cousin, let me find out you got smoke with Lotto. Let me find out you got smoke with Lotto. For sure, it's always politics. Always politics. That's how I feel, but people got upset. People got upset about her picking Little Kim as the female GOAT over Nicki Minaj. And to me, the facts are Little Kim is, when it's all said and done, Little Kim is still the female GOAT of female rap. She's literally the blueprint. She is the trendsetter. And to this very day, you still see the rap girls are following her lead. Like I don't get it. Like Lotto is literally right now walking around calling herself Big Mama. And who do you think she got that from? Who do you think she got that tagline from? Bahamas in the Springs, baby, it's a big mama thing. Can't you tell by the diamonds in my rings? That's how many times I want to come. 21, and another one, and another one, and another one. 24 carats, nigga. That's when I'm fucking with the average nigga. That's Little Kim. Like, y'all feel because Lotto, as a kid, who she was more familiar with Nicki Minaj and was a fan of her growing up, like there's no way possible that this girl could have grown up and decided to do her homework on a field that she decided to take serious, and she saw who the greats were that came before her. Like, why is that so far-fetched? Yeah, she grew up to Nicki Minaj because she was a child and that's all she knew. But at some point, you grow up and you see those who came before you, and you realize, oh, this is where Nicki Minaj got it from. This who Nicki Minaj modeled her start in rap by from. Even if she grew up on Nicki Minaj, she still can't say that Little Kim, at the end of the day, is still the rap GOAT. Again, didn't Nicki Minaj copy Kim to get where she was a couple years ago? Because she hasn't been hitting on shit as of late. But to start out her career, it was Nicki who was rapping over Little Kim beats. It was Nicki Minaj using Kim's images and hairstyles as inspirations. Like, y'all have to separate the stan culture and who your favorite is and start thinking logically. Like, all BS aside, when you go down the list and you look at who these people, these female rappers model themselves after, and what trails they follow, it's Little Kim night and day. It's her night and day. So I don't understand the discourse of people being upset because she said it Little Kim over Nicki Minaj. I don't get it. I don't get it. And my thing is, it's always the barbs. It's always the barbs who have an opinion. It's always them. It's like, and then them too. And then if you do say, okay, they got into a little argument or whatever, they not on the same terms. Okay, cool. But why, if you're saying that, why do you think this girl is gonna mention Nicki Minaj? I would not mention someone who was disrespectful to me. I'm not bringing her up. I'm not talking about her. Especially because she's the type of person who will repost the shit on her page like, look at this bitch, she a fan. And then you fans will use that same clip and be like, look, you're a fucking fan. Remember? You're a fan. You would use that clip against her. So I get why she don't want to mention that lady. Y'all take anything and blow it out of proportion. When I say y'all, I'm talking to the barbs. Mental illness. Mental illness. I can't. Mental illness. Like, all I'm just saying is just like, let's just use logic for a second. People have this idea that they want to erase Little Kim and act like she didn't happen, like she didn't exist, like it was somebody else who came up with these hairstyles, who came up with these fashion trends, who came up with this persona and how a female rapper should be on stage, how they should be commanding presence. No, when you look back at it and you see all of the greats, Little Kim will always be number one on the list. Always. Who wears the bars or the OB holes? And you know what's crazy? It's the fact that they both come from the same camp. And they both are delusional. They both come from the same camp under Young Money. Crazy. Lil Kim, Left Eye, Missy Elliott, Queen Latifah people had bars. Bars for days. Bars for days. Especially that Left Eye. I feel like she's underrated when they bring up the topic of the female goats. Like when you look at like the Mount Rushmore of who you would put on Mount Rushmore, I feel like Left Eye should be up there. Biggie and Junior Mafia all said I can't remember her own shit. Why do we just? I don't get it. I don't get it. And it's like, oh, Biggie wrote her stuff. Biggie wrote her stuff. And I'm just like, do y'all realize Little Kim's best material came after Biggie was dead? Like people don't pay attention to the facts. Biggie died in 1997. All of Little Kim's material came out after he was already dead. When she won a Grammy in 2001 for Lady Marmalade, what did Biggie dig himself up and meet her at the studio to write her verse? He been already dead for 3-4 years. What are we talking about? Lil C's has gone on record and said Little Kim has written rhymes for him. Like they just, I don't get the want to erase Little Kim from the history books, the want to discredit her and say she didn't do this, she didn't do that. She wasn't the best in her field when she was actively out. Like I don't get the disrespect of Little Kim. I don't get it. I don't get it. And my thing is she's the nicest person on the planet. Like she don't disrespect anybody. She always shows love to the new girls who come before her. I don't understand the disrespect. And what the hell does that got to do with anything? You sound like the Ovi hoes right now. What does that have to do with anything? That still doesn't make her the GOAT when it's all said and done. You think Little Kim didn't have successful tours back in the day? You don't think Missy Elliott also has successful tours? Everyone has successful tours. Megan Thee Stallion, they just had months and weeks long debate about her not be able to sell out concerts. And I just seen, hold on, let me pull this shit up. They were on the radio saying this girl can't sell out a stadium, the tickets are flopping, all of this stuff, right? They were just saying these things about Megan Thee Stallion, right? Where is it? Hold on. How can I zoom in? Nicki Minaj isn't the only one on a successful tour. That does not automatically equate to her being the best of the best. When it's all said and done, when we speak of all time, a lot of these girls, in the past at least, have had successful tours. But that doesn't make them the GOAT as well. That just makes them a great at the time that they were out. They said Megan Thee Stallion couldn't sell out a tour. Megan Thee Stallion's Hot Girl Summer Tour has earned 12.5 million. Is on track to surpass Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday tour, potentially becoming the biggest debut tour for a female rapper this century. They just had weeks-long debate about this girl not being able to sell out a tour. Does this make Megan Thee Stallion the female GOAT? No. That numbers game does not matter. It does not matter. It does not matter at the end of the day. It's about impact and how you've influenced and how you've changed the game and how you made people decide to shift themselves and copy you and emulate you. When you think of someone being a culture shifter and having people wanting to be like them and wanting to rock the same hairstyles as them, the same clothes as them, the same squat pose as them, that is Kimberly Denise Jones, night and day. What are we talking about? I don't see rap girls running around here with pink chicken wing chains. I don't see that. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't see that. All I'm saying is stop trying to take away the success that Little Kim has had. Just stop. Even if you decide little Nicki Minaj is your GOAT, by all means, rock out. Let her be your GOAT. When it's all said and done, if we look at the Mount Rushmore of female rappers, Nicki Minaj will be on that list. 100%. But if you had to put up a list, it will be Little Kim first, Nicki Minaj second. Whether you want to admit it or not, Little Kim will always be first. I don't care how many numbers Nicki Minaj was able to sell in this new day and age. Amazing. Flowers to you. But the mother and the godmother, the queen of rap, will always be Kimberly Denise Jones, whether you like it or not. Period. Period. But on a lighter note, let's get into something funny that I discovered the other day. Have y'all seen that that trend right now where it's like, so give me my money? Like, have y'all seen that trend? It's so stupid, but it's been going around, and it's where people in like a group will say, just give me my money, and then they start clapping, and then you get to like the last person and they do it, and then it's like everybody just stop and look at them, and they're just like, okay, what did I do wrong? And it's, to be honest, when you think about it, it's so messed up because it's like you're putting them on blast and you making them feel awkward. But let me see if I can show it. So like I've seen like a bunch of random people doing it. I've seen like celebrities doing it. Hold on. Kai Cenat did it.
To give my money.
It's such a stupid trend.
Just give me my money.
So it's this stupid ass trend, right? Let's hold on. Let me see if I could show other videos.
Let's look at the stats.
No, that's not it. I think there's a video of Usher doing it. Usher and his kids doing it.
Just give me my money. Yeah. Give me my money. Yeah. Just give me my money.
So this stupid trend, they're like just putting people on blast. But, and where's the original video? Hold on.
Get rid of. Oh, just give me my money. Just give me my money. Okay. Give me my money. Okay.
And that's the original video, right? I did not know this trend came from Kendrick's love song. Did y'all know that? Because I just found that out the other day.
Say what?
I don't know how they made that TikTok trend from this damn song, but these kids be coming up with any freaking thing. Like just anything. But I thought that was funny. All right, let me cut that off before he copyright restrict my ass. And then lastly, let's get into Drake being weird per usual. So this guy decided that he wanted to
Care of me.
hold on. This guy decided that he wanted to invite various different bloggers and journalists to his mansion. I think the one in Toronto, for exclusive interviews, right? And so he knows a lot of people have been wanting his interview from him. And the same with Kendrick. They've been wanting to get the first interview with both of them after everything that has occurred. And so Drake decided to get into good graces. He was going to throw an event at his mansion and invite a bunch of bloggers and a bunch of journalists to his crib for a personal one-on-ones. And to me, this is just like another tactic from him to weaponize the media for his benefit. Like you went on this tangent in these alleged, oh, Kendrick is reporting to every blog. Kendrick is in cahoots with every editor to try to make him look bad. That's what he said on the Heart Part 6. You run into every blogger and editor. But in actuality, Drake, it's you that's doing that. It's you trying to be sneaky to get good press because your shit that's been coming out has been terrible. All of the deviances that you've been doing has been coming out. So you're trying to get these people, oh, I'll give you an exclusive interview if you come to my mansion, and then you write something good about me. Like, why would why you don't realize like how disingenuous and how fake that is, that you're trying to invite these people to your house to get exclusive one-on-ones just to get good press because those that 100 gig shit flopped. And then we got the videos of you and this snow girl on these webcam apps with minors and shit. Like, you think you're so slick, bro. You think you're so slick. And I just find that so funny because in all your songs, you've been ranting and raving about blogger editors Kendrick Lee supposedly reached out to. You've been talking about all these bots and stuff. And it's in fact you trying to manipulate by getting in good graces with the press. So you're like, oh, I'll just invite you to this exclusive party, and all of you can get different type of stories from me. Like, ain't that crazy? And you want to know how I know this?
Ironically, too. So I will go backstage.
You want to know how I know this? Because fucking academics won't shut up. Academics won't shut the fuck up. He can't help himself. Drake is giving you this exclusive information, but you can't help yourself. You run to your stream and you expose him that he's trying to be manipulative.
Yeah, I could say this. So, and it's the first time I remember when so Elliot Wilson back in the day was just like, and I guess I can say this now because Elliot and Drake ain't cool no more.
First of all, why did he laugh at that? Why did he laugh at that?
Apparently Drake was about to do like a press conference, like, I don't know, last year or the year before at his house. And he was like hitting up select journalists to fly to Toronto to go to, because everyone was just like salivating over this Drake interview. Are we gonna get a Drake interview? Are we gonna, like, the whole culture? I mean, every goddamn media personality. I'm not trying to throw nobody, just everybody, right? And apparently this was the plan. Drake tells, or Drake, I think Drake comes up with it like, yo, I'm gonna bring certain journalists here and we're gonna do a press conference. So rather than pick one of y'all to do an interview with, I'll have all of y'all. And
manipulative. Trying to steer the narrative.
And be a press conference. It didn't end up happening. But I remember Elliot, he was in the mix at that time, right? And
I can't. He think he's slick, bro. He think he's slick. He just think he's slick. Like, you'll go to you'll stop at no lengths. Like, bro, just take a vacation. Just take a minute, regroup. Hope no more creepy shit about you messing with little kids come out. Hope you don't get arrested, because if you are doing those things, you need to be arrested. And just pray and repent. Just pray and repent, because you need to take time off. But then again, we know you can't take time off. We know you can't take time off because you're under the microscope. Lucien got you on a hamster wheel and he won his money. He gave you that $400 million, and now you gotta reproduce and you gotta recoup. So I get why you won't take a vacation and you keep just throwing songs at the wall and you hoping something sticks. But right now you're 0 for 10, unfortunately, of the songs that you dropped. Remember, you said when the battle was over, Summer Vibes up next. What we got, like 2 weeks left of summer? And you still haven't gotten a hit. I think the song Push Ups, or It's Up, with 21 Savage and Thug, I think that came in at number 56 on the Billboard. The blue green song, or the one with, I don't even know the names, but the one with Lotto, probably, I don't think that one charted. The other one came in at like number 188. if you can take a break, Drake, just take a break. But again, we know you can't. You're on a hamster wheel. You tried to release those songs for free, and Lucien took out his belt and told you, bitch, I'm copywriting them shits. Put them shits on streaming platforms because we need to recoup this money that I gave you. Like, just chill, bro. Stop trying to be manipulative and get all the bloggers on your side. Just stop. And stop telling academic stuff. He feels like he's your personal spokesperson. Stop talking to him, because everything he says, he's gonna come sit in that funky ass chair in his funky ass basement, and he's gonna tell us. He's gonna tell us all of it. He's gonna tell us. He can't help himself. Don't get tired. Do you know that I could just imagine the things that he would do to probably get that invite? It's getting a little too late, Drake. What you gonna do? Give us something. Prove to us you still that guy. Because Kendrick Lamar just spent 94 days at number 1 on Apple Music for Not Like Us. Unfortunately, he got bumped off because I think either Post Malone or Bruno Mars or something put out a song. I think Bruno Mars put out a song with Lady Gaga. So it put Kendrick at number 2. But he just spent 94 days at number 1 on Apple Music. He's been living in the top 3 of the Billboard Hot 100. You put out 10 songs, Drake, and they've done nothing. And they want to say this battle didn't hurt him. A lie don't care who tell it. A lie don't care who tell it. This battle has ruined your reputation, Drake. You was Mr. Stimulus. You can't even benefit from your own stimulus no more. Ain't that sad? Not really. Not really.
And Elliot was like, remember he hit me, he said,
it's not sad at all. And y'all want to know what's crazy? Is I low-key think Kendrick Lamar is a time traveler. I really do. Because there's too many instances where this man have said in songs or foreshadowed in songs the things that were going to happen, and they've actually happened. And it's low-key, like almost creepy. Like it's low-key almost creepy, the amount of things Kendrick Lamar has foreshadowed or things that have come true with this battle stuff. Like whether it's like versus J. Cole or Drake. There's too many instances of things that Kendrick has said and it's actually come true. And I don't like using the the term savior and all of that shit, because there's only one savior at the end of the day. And that's if you believe in like a high power or some shit. But let me see if I can pull this up. But I just wanted to show y'all something real quick. Listen, prophet or time traveler. It could be either one, cousin. But it's fucking scary and it's fucking eerie. It's just very weird. I don't know. It's the definition of prophet is someone who is in contact with a divine being and it's said to speak on the behalf of that being, delivering messages or teachings from the supernatural source to the other people. And a time traveler is a person who travels through time, either into the past or the future. And according to researchers, time travel is possible based on the laws of physics. Now, y'all can believe what you want to believe. I ain't here to tell y'all what the fuck to believe in because everyone thinks different things, right? But it's either Kendrick is really, really good at guessing some of this shit, or he might, in fact, be a prophet or a time traveler. Like, I don't know. Hey, FN. You a little late to the party, cousin. But you know, when you righteous, all things are possible through God. And especially if you are a righteous human being and you live by God. Facts, facts. So I put together a little collage, right? Of instances. Um, let's see if I can show it. Share screen. Let's see what this will look like. And bear with me for a second as I get this shit together. Because I was going to make this into a video, but I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it while we live so I can get y'all opinion as we go. Okay. He's not perfect, but he wasn't lying. I think God was on his side this battle. I can see that. I think even Kendrick will be shocked at how many of those ever have been proven right. Right, exactly. And it's almost fucking scary. It is like it's almost scary. So in 2011, off his Section 80 album or mixtape, do y'all consider that an album, Section 80, or do you consider it a mixtape? Like, I know there's like been a debate about that, but he had a song called Rigor Mortis where he said this, right? Just imagine the magic like the right. Now, just imagine the magic. I like to ask is don't ask for your favorite rapper because he did. He did. Yes, sir. Amen. Church. He did. I killed him. Amen. Bitch. Right? Nigga, payback's a bitch. And bitch, you've been living in debt with me. Debt them all. And especially leave a call on his mother's voicemail. Say that he rest in peace. Leave a call on his mother's voicemail that say that he rest in peace. Granted, it's not a voicemail, but meet the grams. He writes a letter to Sandra. Leave a call on his mother's voicemail, say that he rest in peace. Meet the grams. He said that Drake should die. Maybe he's just referencing himself. I don't know. Maybe he's just referencing himself. Recognize Kendrick in the battery, and I'm charged up in the catastrophe. It's charged up in the audacity of y'all fucks never could hassle me, and y'all luck just ran out. You'll see. Okay. Well, that could be for anybody, right? Plus, they weren't beefing around that time. I mean, yeah, but I did say he's possibly a time traveler. But okay, cool. Okay, cool, right? So let's talk about King Kunta though. Let's talk about King Kunta in 2015. Kendrick released King Kunta off of To Pimp a Butterfly, right? That was To Pimp a Butterfly. And during this time, there was obvious tension between Drake and Kendrick because of the Control verse, which was released in 2013, I think. And Kendrick called out several rappers, but Drake was the only one who took offense to it, stating he didn't like the verse. And in several interviews, he said that Kendrick used harsh words. Harsh words. That guy is crazy. So he says, I got a bone to pick in King Kunta. I don't want you monkey mouth motherfucker sitting in my throne again. So how does that relate to today? He goes from, I got a bone to pick. I don't want you monkey mouth motherfucker sitting in my throne again. In 616 in LA, he says, the industry's cooked as I pick the carcass apart. That's why Kendrick knew even when he dropped like that, the verse that wasn't going to be friendly fade for Drake. Right. You know what they say, the shoe right. They say he wrote his verse for Poetic Justice. That's been a rumor for a long time. And like you said, he's had the ghostwriter rumors, and people don't know that it was Kendrick who first knew about the ghostwriting rumors. It wasn't Meek Mill. It was Kendrick who mentioned it a couple months before in King Kunta. He knew before Meek Mill knew. So did he tell Meek Mill? It does sound like Kendrick and Drake voice on it, ruining for me, and I don't like his part. Right. And the thing is, people were saying, because I think the last line, I can never write my wrongs unless I write them down myself. P.S., which is basically what Kendrick said in his verse. And then we have this line. I was gonna kill a couple rappers, but they did it to themselves. Everybody's suicidal. They ain't even need my help. Now, kill a couple rappers. Big Sean, Lupe Fiasco, J. Cole, J. Electrona, Macklemore, I'm sorry, French Montana, Drake. Those are the few people that up until recently that Kendrick has had a problem with. And then my favorite one when it comes to the foreshadowing or the time traveling. Struck a flag in my city. Everybody screaming Compton. I should probably run for mayor when I'm done, to be honest. What do that remind y'all of? Bro literally knew what he was gonna do over 10, 15 years ago. I don't know. So he knew, he seen this coming years ago. Kendrick caught on to Drake BS. Drake was leeching off of Kendrick first. Kendrick was starting to get his own buzz in Toronto. That's what kills me about people who keep saying, "Oh, Drake put Kendrick on." You think Drake would have took Kendrick up on being a part of his tour if he was a nobody? If he didn't have any type of buzz? You think that would have happened? If that was the case, he could have just picked some random person out on the street to go be a part of his tour. He picked him for a reason. To be honest, I feel like everyone, if you're a rapper, you should write your own raps. But we know there's instances of people getting help. We know it. But like you said, don't claim to be that you're the best rapper in the world when you get assistance. You're not the best rapper because you get help. And that's just period. That line. A little nappy headed nigga with the world behind him. Life ain't shit but a fat vagina. Remy, Annie, are you okay? That's interesting. Hold on. A little nappy headed nigga with the world behind him, huh? Ain't that Drake Nothing Was the Same album where Drake actually took the first shot at Kendrick? That's interesting. That's very interesting. Nothing was the same. Hold on. And then Kendrick Kendrick references it. And then he references it in the Not Like Us music video. This guy, this guy is something else. He is something else. I don't know what type of magic him and Dave Free be working. But the shit is fucking eerie and the shit is fucking scary. So again, like I said, it's just a bunch of guessing from the past up into the future. But the shit is fucking spot on. And then for him to be randomly quoting a Michael Jackson line. Annie, are you okay? Obviously a line from Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal song. I think that was released in like 87 or 88. We all know today that Drake loves to compare himself to Michael Jackson. Loves to compare himself to Michael Jackson just because he tied him for the most number ones. Mind you, he was only able to do that because of the streaming era. And I don't believe that the streaming era should be able to be compared to the physical copy era. But that's another story. But throughout the entire battle, there's been several Michael Jackson and Prince references the name flips from Drake and Kendrick. But I found that Annie, Are You Okay from 2015 and Drake's love for Michael Jackson to be very interesting. Hell, I think didn't they say Drake was supposed to put out a song called Man in the Mirror or something like that? But that kind of got shut down because TDE got wind of it and was tweeting about it. And Drake decided, nah, I'm not gonna put that out. Jacob and Kendrick Home and Cole did beats for Kendrick for his mixtape. Yeah, they've been close. So clearly. I think something happened on that tour. Something happened on that tour. Hey cousin, welcome to the party. Right. I think that too. But yeah, so like that NERUK line was crazy. And then it's kind of weird when you think about it now because Drake has such weird relationships with women. And it's like you keep comparing yourself to Michael Jackson. And then he randomly says this line. Like, I don't even think this line even just fits in the song. I think the line is just fucking random as hell. So for him to have this random ass line in the song, and then 10, however long later, you and Drake are beefing, and he likes to compare himself to the king of pop. You like to compare yourself to Prince, and the line is Annie, are you okay? I know initially the Annie, are you okay references like a CPR doll or some shit like that, but it's like you're asking a woman, are they okay? And Drake got this weird relationship with young girls and women. So it's kind of like fucking eerie that you will be asking that. And plus, when Kendrick and Baby Keem flipped Drake's Sticky song, they basically called Drake a fucking, I don't know if they call him like a PDF, but they're basically saying, get them girls away from this nigga because he's weird. Hold on. He says Bessie, he's calling Kendrick, to get them girls off the stage because somebody's gonna get taken. And if you listen to the Sticky song, the Hillbilly song is a parody. So he been calling this dude a weirdo for a while now. He's been calling him weird for a while now. But on Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy said to Kendrick, he's about to pass him an award. And yeah, I think Kendrick was like, no, I don't want to. And they were like, well, what if you pass? He's like, I'll give it back. But no, then you have Drake who's like, yeah, I'm one away from Michael. Like, I'm Michael. No, you're not Michael. And then you keep comparing yourself to Michael, but then you disrespected him in Family Matters, saying that he was obsessed with wanting to be white, so he bleached his skin. Knowing Michael had a vitiligo. I think that Kendrick being able to see before it happened just is a product of what he come from and what he been through, being able to sort of understand what it is going to be before it happens. Yeah. It's not about rap, and Talk Dog has been holding Kendrick back from ruining his career early on. If I recall correctly, he did say that Insol's top won't stop him this time. Yeah. But then it's funny how Drake tried to use that against him. That, oh, Top tells you what to do. And it's just like, Drake, you don't even realize Top is the one saving you. Because he's been wanting to take your head off. He's been dying to take your head off. If you listen to the music, he's been dying to put you in the dirt. Dying. He's been dying to get you out of here. He even said it on Untitled Unmastered. I can put a rapper on life support. Guarantee you that's something that none of you want. In this song, Kendrick mentions Top a lot in this song. Talk about him and Top being in court and all of that. I believe that's this song. Career damaging versus meditating with candles lit. I like my raps extra prolific. This is Kendrick and J. Cole when they linked up for Black Friday. Kendrick, per usual, is giving out warnings. J. Cole wasn't paying attention though. Career damaging versus meditating with candles lit. I like my raps extra prolific. What else he say though? What else he say? Don't tell a lie on me. I won't tell the truth. You know how cool it is to be able to reference yourself? Huh? But don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell truth about you. You know how cool it is that you could reference your fucking self? That's probably why Kendrick left City so he can kill Drake. That was in a way. Drake is the last person on earth to talk about somebody telling somebody else what to do. And we just seen it. We just seen Lucien pull out his fucking belt and say, "Stop fucking playing with me, Drake." Drake thought he could. Drake and his fans think he can do whatever he wants to do. No, you can't. You thought you was gonna leak those songs on that stupid Finsta page, and Lucien copyright restricted all of those songs and said, put it on streaming. Put it on streaming right now." Mm-hmm. Our sis must be on the replay. What else we got? Drake, what? Oh, it went from drop to I don't want to battle with you no more. I've had enough. This is Kendrick on the Hard Part 4. Drake saying, I don't want to beef with you. And here's Kendrick. Oh, you don't want to clash? Nigga, I know. Oh, you don't want to clash, nigga? I know. Who was he talking to in these songs? Granted, they say he was talking to Big Sean and Drake, but ain't it odd that it can fit the songs that were released today and the things Drake said? Oh, you don't want to. I'll see you later. You could drop 100 more records. I'll see you later. You could drop 100 more records. I'll see you later. Drake drops 100 gigs. Oh, you don't want to clash, nigga, I know. Oh, you don't want to clash, nigga, I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know the greatest rapper line. What you have? Remember those stocks? Y'all remember the stocks? How many stocks do I really have in stock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Oh, you don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am the greatest rapper line. Yelling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kendrick gave us 5 songs. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm glazing, as the kids say. Maybe I'm glazing. But the math is mathing. The math is mathing. How many stocks do I really have in stock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know the greatest rapper in life. What you hear now is a record number 5. He tells us on the Hard Part 6, what you hearing now is a paranormal vibe. What you hearing now is a paranormal vibe. Yelling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many stocks do I really have in stock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. He gave us the 5. It's 5 more left. Cousin, maybe I'm glazing. That's what the kids say. That's what they call it. They call it glazing. Maybe I'm glazing. Maybe I'm reaching. Cousin, Kendrick has opened our third eye, our hate eye. Hold on. What India say? Drake showed up to one of Kendrick's shows for Mr. Rouse tour. He a fan. I think he's obsessed. It's odd. He's obsessed. Like you going back and forth with people and you dissing them while you on tour and then you show up to his tour. Like either you showed up to be intimidating or you showed up to try to piece it up. You showed up to try to piece it up or something. But yeah, like I was saying, like I don't get how someone can have so many songs from the past that can easily like foreshadow the future. I don't know. But let's get into J. Cole ass.
Lamar, correct?
I don't know why that part. Y'all love Kendrick Lamar, as do I. I don't know why that's so funny to me. I find myself walking around saying, as do I. I don't know why. But J. Cole was conflicted.
You was conflicted.
J. Cole was conflicted. You think he was bullshitting, cousin? Cousin, you ain't know? There's like 8 instances of Drake trying to piece it up with Kendrick. 8 different instances. Go on my page and look in the live section of Kendrick versus Drake or Drake versus Kendrick, the full story. There's like 8 different instances in that video where Drake has tried to piece it up with Kendrick. If you want to watch that, go on my live tab in the Kendrick versus Drake 100% full story. There's 8 different instances of him trying to piece it up. Cousin, that's exactly how it sounds. As do I. I felt seen when he said as do I because that's I love when he said that. Like it's so funny, but
As do I.
as do I. Drake is the type of weirdo that he'll get in an interview and he'll probably still try to piece it up. Because he's just that freaking weird. Because he's that weird.
Moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad. Like throwing it down. You know what time it is. Ending up, this is self forever. I got to name for the set to get your shit together.
Kendrick said, you throw in the tile. Look at the crowd. You throw in the towel. Is that what you said, right?
Like throwing it down. You know what time it is. Ending up.
Yeah, look at the crowd. They throw in the tile. Yeah, I got to April the 7th to get y'all shit together. J. Cole drops 7-minute drill of this song towards Kendrick. Right? 2 days after release of 7-minute drill, on April 7th, J. Cole apologized to Kendrick and deleted the song off of all streaming platforms. On April 7th. Kendrick says on the Heart Part 4, you got till April 7th to get your shit together. Granted, that was for Damn being released. But how crazy is that? That 7 years later, on April 7th, about a song called 7-Minute Drill, J. Cole apologizes and deletes the song on April 7th. So we have Kendrick saying you have until April 7th to get your shit together. 7 years ago, and J. Cole apologizes, deletes the song called 7-Minute Drill of all streaming platforms, and on April 7th, because his spirit wasn't sitting right with him. You throw in the towel. Look at the crowd, he says on the Heart Part 4. J. Cole is sitting in front of a crowd, Dream Fest, whatever it's called. And he says to the crowd, I felt spiritually bad. According to the Bible, the number 7 represents a full and complete world or perfection. 777 is an angel number. 777 urges you to take time for yourself and embrace solitude. It encourages you to tune out distractions and contemplate your direction in life. April 7th, 7 years ago, 7 minute drill, 777. Hmm. A lot of fucking sevens, like cousin said. That's just fucking eerie.
You know, can we all get along?
No, Jacob. We can't get along. No. It's wartime. Oh, he hates that man. He hates that man's stinking guts. Stop playing when I'm that guy. Pigs will fly. Pigs will fly. There would have to be something very detrimental in order for Kendrick Lamar to piece anything up with Drake. And I doubt hell would freeze over before Kendrick Lamar Duckworth pieces anything up with Drake. Especially after the things he said about his children and his wife. Especially the things that he said about his father and Top. Ain't happening. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And then let's move into 2022, right? Kendrick dropped Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. This album is clearly about him stripping himself and telling his truth in order to heal, become a better man, a better father, a better partner to Whitney, and in Rich Spirit, which is my favorite song, Kendrick raps about being a spirit medium instead of a rapper and asks this question to someone. Hold on. So he says to them, he asked them basically, we're headed there now. Are you strapped? So he knew it was coming. He asked Drake, we about to clash. We about to go head up. Are you strapped? Are you prepared for what's about to happen? Like y'all said, Top might have been holding him back from going there with Drake. But this is officially Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is officially Kendrick's last album on TDE. Top can't hold him back no more. Can't hold him back no more. And he tells him, you gotta watch your homies and police. I'm a peacemaker, but I ain't naive. You, Drake, you need to watch your homies and the police. Which reminds me of 616 in LA. You don't even know what the fuck you got going on. You don't even know the people in your camp, Drake. That they're gonna be your downfall. They're gonna be your downfall, bro.
Before you figure that you're not alone, ask what Mike would do.
Then we circle back to the Michael Jackson references. In the beginning, we talked about the Annie, are you okay line. How Drake repeatedly compares himself to Michael Jackson. That was in 2015. Here we are, 2024. Before you figure out that you're not alone, it's time you look around to see who around you. Before you figure out you're not alone, ask what Mike would do. You are not alone. Michael Jackson. It's documented that Michael Jackson died of acute propofol intoxication in LA, 616 in LA. His doctor, Conrad Murray, I think his name was convicted of involuntary manslaughter after inadvertently overdosing the King of Pop. Insert the Meet the Grams cover. Let me see if I can find it. The Meet the Grams cover with all your medication, you being on Ozempic, your sleeping pills. Drake, you're not paying attention. And he says at the end of the Meet the Grams, you lied on the only artist that could offer you some help. You wasn't taking the clues, my boy. He told you, stop playing with him before he told you to a song. A Rich Spirit, the entire third verse, in my opinion, is a shot at Drake. Is an entire shot at Drake, especially the whole third verse. If y'all haven't listened to that song, go listen to that song in your spare time. I can't play it because YouTube's gonna probably copyright me. And we don't need that coming in between my coins. But go listen to that song. Kendrick is giving this man a fair warning. Stop playing with me before I turn you to a song. Now it's been 3 or 4 months since the rap civil war. Kendrick is the obvious winner. Not Like Us has been living in the top 10 to top 3. Not even top 10, top 3. Breaking every single record it seems known to man. Like That is still in the top 20. Euphoria is somewhere in the 70s and the 80s, which I feel is the best song out of all of these songs. But Drake, your most recent antics have been terrible. From the troll posts on Instagram, getting shows canceled because your ego is hurt, dropping 30 features and basically none of them charting or having success in your streams. Like you're desperate.
Them superpowers get neutralized like you only watching silence.
Some superpowers getting neutralized. Them superpowers getting neutralized. This man told us how everything was going to play out. He told us how every single thing is going to play out, and it happened. How does he know? He's very confident. He's very lucky at guessing, or the motherfucker is a time traveler. I don't know. That Drake's stimulus package is dead. He's desperate. So desperate that he decided to leak that 100 gigabytes bullshit. So desperate. He's 0 for 10. 0 for 10. You leak features from Lotto, 21 Savage, Young Thug, pictures of various album covers that you didn't pick. Like, we need to see that. And then you got all these naked women and shit in the pictures, home videos of yourself in the studio with your son, videos of Rihanna, the love of your life, that's moved on and is living happily ever after with ASAP Rocky and her kids. You leaked all this footage, but I just want to know, where's the footage of you setting Kendrick up? Where's the footage of you setting Kendrick up? But anyways, okay, so my last example, I just need y'all to walk with me. So in 2021, so we were rewinding, right? Kendrick and Baby Keem release Family Ties, who they won a Grammy for. And during his verse, Kendrick says the rap game needs him to survive, advising he is the Elohim, the rebirth. And before you get to the Father, people would need to holler at him first. Then said he smoked anybody's top 5. But my favorite part of that verse, of course, I think is his last verse, right? Motherfuck that album, fuck that single, burn that hard drive, burn that shit. Ain't nobody safe when I come, I'm killing everybody that's outside. And then in the background is like, who you with? He asking whose side you on.
That single, burning hard drive. Ain't nobody safe like I'm killing everybody that's outside.
Burn that hard drive. In 2021, Kendrick is telling somebody to burn the hard drive, burn their singles. Drake is 0 for 10 in his features and his singles. He just dumped on us 100 gig pack. And in 2021, Kendrick is saying, fuck that single, fuck that album, burn that hard drive. Maybe I'm tripping. And maybe I'm overthinking it. But several times over the last 10 plus years, there's been several instances of Kendrick Lamar prophesizing in his raps. And the things that he said actually came to fulfillment. Whether it was days later, months later, years later, they've come true. Ain't that eerie? Again, maybe I'm glazing. 0 for 10, cousin. Like, am I reaching? Like, tell me I'm reaching if I'm reaching. Say, Monie, you fucking reaching. Or is the math mathing? I don't know. Maybe I need to stop fucking glazing. But let me know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the nigga's just real lucky. Maybe he just real lucky. I don't know. But I just had to point those things out. Because it's too many coincidences. He's either really, really good at guessing, or this motherfucker is a prophet, or a time traveler. And he's seen the past and the future come to him in his dream. Drake dropped an album on Kendrick's birthday and he came back to the song because he was dissing in his album. Yeah, I did a video on that. Kendrick responded to him on America Has a Problem. It's listed in my either Beyonce or Kendrick playlist. Talking about the hard drive that Chubb stole. Chubbs need his ass whooped. That's all I gotta say. Chubbs need his ass whooped. Spot on. I heard that one on my toes too. Chubbs need his ass whooped just for talking. But yeah, that's the last thing I got. Appreciate y'all coming in and chilling with me earlier than my normal time. Before you guys leave out, if you can, please like the video. I'm trying to get to at least 100 likes on my video. And again, if Angela Reddick is in here, thank you so much for the Cash App. I did get it. I appreciate you, cousin. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Later.